What's everyone thinking?
Anal.
For once, I agree with Jason. Who knew?
What? But what a weird thing to say in a
Makes sense to me.
place
No, it's
of... He does it just to ruffle people's feathers, and it's not in a let me just be inappropriate way, because you need some type of camaraderie to do that.
Yeah, and
he doesn't have that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because Storm is not uncomfortable with anal. Neither is
No,
Courtney.
but it's the way it's said.
It's weird.
It's to
He thinks it's going to be shocking, and it's not.
It's to create. He's almost creating distance.
The guy's got y'all. This is below deck med.
Season 7, episode 12. We just don't clique.
That's a good name because
Clique.
the cliques have formed.
Oh, have they ever?
Boy, big time.
We got
time.
some rival gangs. Dun dun.
I want to watch West Side Story again because I love that movie so much, but I don't know if I can go through it. It was emotional.
You mean the remake?
Both of them at this point. Both of them.
Quite emotional. It's obvious now. I wrote down, boy, this crew is splintering.
But you know what brings people together? Live shows.
Yes.
Y'all come see us on the Double It Tour. Coming to an East Coast Southern city near you, just 5 of them.
Starting in Chicago. Well, that's Midwest. But Chicago, Atlanta, New York, Washington, D.C., and Tampa, a.k.a. Tamps.
Also, because of scheduling, the way it's just working out, y'all, for the first time ever for our Washington, D.C. show. Poodle, what show are we going to be talking about?
We're talking about Lilu or Lalu or Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup. Actually, Life After Lockup.
So it's
the first ever.
Lilu Live.
Lilu Live Uncuffed.
We're excited. Very excited.
Insert sound of jail cell slamming.
Yeah, boom. We are going to be talking about Happily Ever After.
Yes.
So we will talk about it. We just won't do a deep, because y'all, one episode airs that week. And we already have a show in New York and a show in Chicago.
Yeah, we're going to do a deep dive on Lalu.
Got to talk about something, and then we'll be talking about Single Life later on that week in Tampa.
So if you don't normally watch Love After Lockup, first of all,
what are you doing?
You need to do better. It's on WeTV, and some cable subscriptions have that as part of it, but you can find it on Sling, you can find it on YouTube TV.
The streaming network it's part of is All Black.
All Black.
It's spelled, I think, BLK.
Yes.
But yeah, it's on if you have cable or whatever, you can watch it. Or you could buy it for $2 if you want to buy one episode or whatever.
Yeah, but it's going to be episode 11, I believe.
So. We're going to
put 21.
Check our Instagram because as shows come up, we're going to actually make a little chart. Actually, I got this from Watch What Crappens. That's much smarter. Where we just kind of say, so we're going to we'll put up for what we're watching for each show. So you can just mark your calendars and we'll give you plenty of time so you can watch it or record it on your TiVo or whatever you want to do in time. All right.
Skywrite it.
I don't think anything else. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen.
Love is Blind is coming out very soon. Y'all, we're talking October 19th. Love is Blind Season 3. Those episodes will come out on Wednesday. We will post everything we have. We've been kind enough, been treated so kindly by Netflix to get those episodes a little early for media members.
And why are we getting those early? So we can do what, Poodle?
We're trying to create something called Event Television. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Remember Must See TV? We're creating that again.
We're doing it better.
Agreed.
Doing it better.
There's no Veronica's Closet in this one.
Don't you knock that show.
It was terrible.
You watched it.
Yeah.
It was gay. It had a gay guy, and what's his name?
Cortez.
Dan Cortez was part of my sexual awakening. God.
Wasn't he ever?
Oh, God. Ooh.
Him on MTV Sports.
Oh, him though in that. Oh. And Kirstie Alley was just a drag queen. Just a drag queen. And Kathy Najimy, another drag queen.
Was she on that show?
Yeah, she played her best friend.
That's right.
And then that nerdy white gay guy who played always the
Langham.
nerdy white gay guys for like 10 years.
Even though he's not gay.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
He was on the Larry Sanders Show, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Him and Howie Long. Who knew? Not gay. Not gay.
What show was that? Was that UK, Night at UK?
I think so.
When you basically had went into a fugue state?
Yeah. I love that people said they almost wrecked their cars listening to it.
That you got it so wrong.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Anyway, y'all, let's jump into this. This was a good episode.
Yes, but we are dropping that at 12:01 Thursday.
So it drops
20th.
at 12 on Wednesday. We're literally 24 hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
24 hours after Netflix. Thank you, Netflix.
You'll get as much as we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, so anyway, exciting stuff. We're trying to get things out. We're dropping now. We're trying to put Lalu out on Friday night.
Trying.
You can watch Lalu, and then it drops after the show, y'all. Yeah. That woman at Dotson's Floral is going to be so happy. She loved watching it on Friday night.
It's better, I guess. And the happy days are few and far between since they had that shooting.
It's true. It's true. My mama was almost there.
I can't hear the story again. We can't do it.
We
no,
can't. I know. I'm not gonna.
No.
We got to jump in, y'all. I love. This is what Tash sits down to meet Captain Sandy. This is what I call a shit-eating grin. She just sits down and she looks at Captain Sandy like, "Hi, I'm so wonderful."
Tosh to the bridge.
So wonderful.
And with that.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm immediately calling
just raw dogging us.
Another installment of Below Deck Theater. Ding, 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 ding. It's so stupid.
Now I want to hush, puppy.
I'll be playing the role of Captain Sandy as usual.
I'll be playing Tash, Natasha, and action. Hey, Captain,
Tosh. Tosh, it's so good to see you.
because I know you. I'm going to be so great.
Tashi.
For you. Well, you
Tosh 2.0.
Oh, thanks, Captain. You want to tell me how good I am?
Doey Tasha Masta.
Tell me how good I am.
Sorry.
I don't know what that means. I'm just trying to keep going and do the scene.
Sorry.
Just trying to end it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Tosh.
Yeah.
I love you. I love everything you're doing.
I love you too.
And I don't really want to break your spirit, but you're so good at service.
Thank you.
But it's the filth downstairs. It's the filth. You're dirty, Tosh.
I'm not.
Oscar the Grouch would say, gross.
No, I don't love trash. No.
You love trash.
No,
I'm like stepping over dead fish and like banana peels and shit.
Okay.
But I'm telling you,
what about
you're
my
doing
drinks?
such a good.
Drinks? You like my drinks?
I'll get to it. You're doing such a good job. Everyone loves you.
Yeah,
the guests love you. The drinks are wonderful.
We get good tips. Yeah.
But I mean, it's like walking through a landfill.
Okay.
It makes me want to throw up.
Oh, right.
Honestly, and then I look at your face, and I just think of it's like someone threw you in a dumpster.
I thought I looked quite nice today.
I mean, your boobs are nice and perky.
Oh, well, thank
always.
You. Can you just say that again and record it, please?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well,
but you're incredible. I mean, you're just incredible.
We don't have enough hours,
but when
I
walk down there,
to clean up.
When I walk down there, it's like the stench of death hits me in the face.
Well, we're trying to service a charter.
It's just disgusting.
We're so big about service. We got to service a charter so much. We don't have enough hours in the day.
Well, you get someone else who knows when you're on service. They could be cleaning it up. They could be cleaning it up.
But have you ever done service for a charter? Do you know how many?
Have I ever done service?
It takes so many people to do. We got drinks.
It reminds me of an episode of Small Wonder.
Okay.
I
don't know that show.
Where Vicky, she was a robot.
Okay, that makes sense.
It'd be great if we had robot stews.
American television's weird, isn't it?
Not weird, pristine.
Okay.
And she was trying to get Jamie, the chipmunk-faced boy.
Okay, yeah.
Not an attractive child.
Okay.
And Vicky was trying to get him to clean up his room, much like your feces covered pantry.
I don't think this is feces.
It's everywhere. It makes me sick.
Okay.
In fact, you smell of it, actually. Right. Take a bath when you can. Makes me sick. Do your best. You're a great worker. Here's the long and the short of it. Vicky basically forced Jamie to clean up his room, and Jamie thanked her after and said, "Thank you, Captain Sandy, for making me make my ship a better place."
You're a robot now? I'm confused.
No, I'm saying that's what should have happened in the show.
Okay.
You're not understanding the metaphor, Tosh.
Okay.
So turn your perky bosoms around and go clean my fucking pantry. Okay?
All right.
You're doing great.
Thank you, Captain.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lock the door on your way out.
Scene. It's pretty much how it went down. That's pretty verbatim.
Y'all, the way she gives a compliment and destroys with the next sentence. This was vintage Captain Sandy.
It was vintage Captain Sandy. Yeah. Y'all took her a bit to warm up this charter, but we're getting it now. Oh, these last two. You just got to make a mess. Who knew? You just had to make a mess.
She said, it's just the filth downstairs.
But Captain Sandy's not wrong. I don't think it takes two people. We saw
them. No, they're fucking around. They're fucking around. We
saw them until 5 a.m. last night. Half the time they were just talking. They could have cleaned all of that up. Last night they were.
Look, she needs a gay best friend. He needs a hag. And that's it.
If I was up and if I said to someone, "Oh, it looks like this is going to be a long charter night," guess what? I'd drink a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Dr. Pepper Zero, whatever we had in provisions, and I'd fucking clean that thing up while we're getting drinks.
There is what you can do. There is a line between having someone entertaining the guests, and the problem was Kyle became guest entertainer or extraordinaire when the gay charter happened.
Yeah.
So he thinks that's just normal. And so Tosh is doing everything because she lets him do that because she's afraid to say anything to him because if a gay guy rejects you, what else is new?
And Kyle, yep. And Kyle's the only one.
Who else do you have?
Yep. And Kyle's the only one that validates this terrible boyfriend and listens to this drama because no one else on the boat wants to hear it. Her means are not great the way she goes about and does it. However, I can't argue with Talia. Natalya's not wrong the way she's coming after them.
She snitches, but how she's doing it is, I think she also takes it personally that she's having to do everything, and they actually just go take a break together. They don't tell Talia that they're going to take a break or that she should take a break.
No.
And Captain Sandy says, and you know what? It's always the one who's doing laundry is always the one who's working. I loved that.
I mean, granted, they could take a break together because they don't have a charter there, but at the same time, just good management. If you're taking a break while we're working, why don't I work?
Yeah.
So that way we can still get stuff done.
And I'm not saying they don't work. But
it's
they would
Sweet Valley boats,
right? They would
Sweet Valley High.
They would defend each other by saying we work so hard, but even Kyle even says later on, y'all, I worked like 2% that whole charter. I apologize.
Yeah,
and it just makes me, if Kyle comes back again, I think he won't be as liked as much.
I don't think he's a great stew.
Yeah.
When he's great, but I don't think his heart is in it, actually.
Well, his heart has been won by Frank, who he'd met for 48 hours?
Yeah. Who now he wants to have babies with.
It's ridiculous.
It's so like with her texting Frank.
And she perpetuates it.
No, they're both
14-year-old girls.
Yeah. It's interesting. You spot it, you got it. Kyle said with this crew, they're 11-year-old girls and 30-year-old body, and that's the way he and Tasha are acting.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your next teabag?
We kind of talked a lot about that. We talked about Talia, but she's upset that they took a break. And then Tosh and Kyle are like, well, we can't go out to dinner tonight for Z's birthday.
It's the Martyr Club, everybody.
We can't do that. And guess what? Nothing like a Martyr Club for Jason, because that's the club he was a part of in President in high school. So now Jason's like, I'm going to stay and help you clean up too.
He's the Martyr Club because none of them really want to go out with the others. They're not doing that because now when you're miserable, you're only happy in the company of other miserable people.
Yeah, and it's passive aggressively wants to make Talia feel like, well, we're doing the job and you're not.
Yep.
It's shitty.
Yeah.
It's again.
How knew I would be Team Natalya?
I know. Well, I have to say, I don't love everything about her.
No.
Especially the way she acts with Storm is pretty terrible.
Yeah. Although I understand it.
But I was going to say,
I was going to bring.
I bet someone's less attracted to Storm this episode.
A little bit. Little clingy.
Because the thing that draws Poodle away is a commitment.
That watch made my dick wilt.
How did you feel when he said I would get my name tattooed on you?
I turned inside myself. And I think he was joking, but it's not even cool to joke that way.
No. So again, but
especially for someone like Natalya.
Yeah, it just y'all.
They're too different. They're going nowhere.
No.
Yeah, they're too different. She needs to chase someone.
The problem with Talia, though, is that this kind of goes into my next. So, yes, Jason's offering to help them, but then they're really not that late because the four of them show up to dinner. They don't even have their food yet, and the rest of them show up.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
So it shows you it didn't take that long to clean that up.
No.
It didn't take that long at all. So
it was lip service.
It was total lip service.
Signaling.
They could have done it.
Yeah.
And so, but when they're at dinner waiting for everybody, that's the thing about Talia that's kind of unnerving, is that she immediately starts telling Storm, like, not Storm, she starts talking to Dave, and just anything she can do to throw Tosh under the bus, and that she shouldn't treat someone that way, that shitty. And Dave is kind of like, yeah, I don't have a problem with this anymore.
Right.
You notice how she keeps bringing it up?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we literally at one point said, yeah, we passed this.
We're good now.
We're good. And
no,
she's
I
like,
agree.
I know, but she's a piece of shit, right? And he's like, yeah, no, we're fine. But you hate her, right?
This is the point in a charter season, and it starts happening in most seasons of Below Deck, where, and it usually happens, sometimes there's friction between the chief stew and the third stew, or between second and third stew. This is pretty typical. And usually on their day off, they're already fighting.
Yeah. True.
And so it is normal. Now, what we do have is a very Natasha, who has a very strong, Natalya, who has a very strong personality. And she's not just going to...
And likes to be right.
Yeah, and she's not just going to talk about you behind your back. She's going to say it to your face.
She's not passive-aggressive. Like I said, she's aggressive.
Aggressive.
But she is she's like a pit bull that when that jaw clamps down, she will just keep shaking on you.
Yeah. She does have...
And I don't have anything wrong with pit bulls, y'all. Pit bulls are nice dogs. They're great rescue. Don't come at me. I don't think all pit bulls are bad. I just mean the way their jaw mechanism works.
We have to say that because y'all dog people are nuts.
My brother has an American pit. I love Xena. It's a great dog. Anyway, but I'm just saying, but the way her jaw is, it locks. Anyway, that's the whole point.
Just don't say anything more about dogs.
If you message me about a pit bull, y'all, I'm not responding. I love all dogs.
I said one thing about pit bulls once.
That's why I remembered.
The DMs that I got, I was so tired.
I'm not saying they're bad. Don't message me. I love all dogs. I don't care.
I love all dogs.
I do love all dogs. There isn't a dog I don't love.
Like all dogs.
I can't think of a dog that I don't like.
It's not that I don't like certain breeds. I just don't like all dogs.
I won't have a dog that sheds because I grew up with one. Drove me crazy.
I'm allergic, so I can't.
What's new?
I need only hypoallergenic dogs.
Wow.
So, my next teabag is Jason is a full-on dark cloud.
He really is.
Yeah.
You see it on this day off. How you see, like, when Storm and Z are trying to just talk to him.
Yeah,
they're making they're being so nice.
Like, where'd you get that food?
Where'd you get that food? Ordered it. Like he is a person that you throw them the ball and he just holds his glove out and it hits the glove and drops down. He doesn't even offer.
I wonder how much he'd worked with other crews in the past. I think he might have been more like a lone wolf and been the one person who was in charge of things. He doesn't work with people well.
I think there's something. There's a social skill he does not have.
This was a casting fail.
It was they probably cast him because he looked attractive. He's got a super fit, like they talked about. He's got a super fit body.
But that neck beard has to go.
They thought they were going to get someone else. And he's just a fucking snooze.
Yeah.
Because, like, Benny's at least dramatic and does these weird, quirky things in Badoo.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit in, though, with the group either. But there's also something a little bit like Benny gets on my nerves.
He makes things interesting.
Because he's 34.
Benny is 34.
But he's interesting. And, like, you could see there is not lovable.
Did you hear that both his parents died?
Really? Didn't know. Shocker. Didn't know. Did you know that Jessica's 34 as well? That marks 24. I can't wait for Love is Blind. But there's something, dare I say, lovable about Benny that you can love. What's lovable about Jason?
Nothing.
There's just nothing. He's a dark cloud. You're so right.
And his attempt at humor is distancing.
It's not that I don't like him. I just don't.
Oh, I don't like him.
I don't anything about him.
I don't like him.
What's your next teabag?
My next one, and I want to talk about Courtney, Dave, Z, and the blonde woman from Ace of Base.
Oh.
But before, we're going to take a quick break. Boo boop 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 boop. That is on Poodle's Gay Club Glitter Mix. You will hear that played at live shows. At least 2 Ace of Base hits.
I loved Ace of Base.
Me too. God. I had that album.
I did too. Hey, when you say I'm married, I'm not dead, you're speaking Poodle's language.
I liked it when she said that, and it was the total turd the pool, and they all went, yeah, we need to go home.
Even even Z, who was drunk as fuck, went, yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
She was very Nordic. Ace of Base.
Z looks so cute. And like when he said, I'm not good at pickup lines. And he said, well, how do you pick them? He's like, I make the face. And he was his funny. Eyes. He's so funny.
He was wasted.
They got fucking drunk.
Yeah, him and Courtney too.
The thing that bummed me out, I don't think they ever made out.
No.
And I will say,
I think they're both of them are very aware this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something I enjoy, I've got to say, I'm just going to call it. It's a great, you know what I do love? I love it when it's your birthday and you go out with your friends and there's just nothing that makes you feel better than a good birthday makeout with a stranger. You know you're not going home with them. You're not going to have sex. You just make out a little bit on the dance floor and then you go home.
Not familiar.
Wow.
I'm at least going to get a birthday blowjob.
Wow, you feel...
Or an alley fingering.
You feel nothing anymore if someone's not putting some type of pain inside you. Wow.
I will drink your tears.
I just was talking about a nice little, you're dancing to Brittany, and then you look over to some fella, and then you have a little birthday makeout, and then you go home. No harm, no foul. If they're married, who cares? Wasn't your problem.
Okay.
Because then you go home.
What if their partner's there?
Well, that's not my problem. But then you go home to their house when they're married, and then suddenly you're calling your podcast partner and saying, pick me up. Someone slashed my tires.
I got loo on my hands. So, when my next one is that Storm bought Natalie a watch. When I saw this, y'all, I went, oh.
This makes no sense. We find out later the next day when he's sober, it was for his sisters, and he got drunk and just gave it to her. But still, this was weird.
This is the thing about him. He is trying to prove to everyone. He tries to be an edgy guy. He's a softie.
Not. He's a romantic.
Yeah, he's a softie, and this is the worst person for her.
I mean, really, yeah. I think why you were attracted to Storm.
Dirtbag pirate. I thought it'd be a lot worse.
Because Storm is you.
I'm not that romantic. I'm more Natalya. Because when they give me something, she's like, "Uh-oh, now I'm wanting to push back now."
But I feel like you want to be romantic and you don't let yourself.
If I'm in it with someone who I can see a long-term thing with, I can be. But if I'm hitting and quitting it, no, don't give me a watch. That'll just tell me what time I need to leave.
God.
It's 10 minutes past. Zoom.
I love it how Kyle is like, I can't believe they did that. So da-da-da. And I went, if Frank got you a watch, you would go, oh my God, I love it forever.
Boy, he's the last person who needs to be giving advice.
That's the deal. Kyle just, and I see why he can rub people the wrong way. Don't get me wrong. I like Kyle. I bet he's a lot of fun. But he's that gay that's like, I'm going to jump in and give you all the advice and tell you about your life. And oddly enough, him and Talia thrive on that. Like, they both go at each other.
They do.
And I actually bet they're friends after this.
Yeah. They can be.
Her and Tosh.
No. Did you like it when, of course, Kyle has to talk about his relationship with Frank? Just like, sometimes I think that, like, Frank is just telling me how I'm just like, he's talking to me, and I can't believe, can I look like Quasimodo? Until I says, thank God you said it.
It was great. They're funny. They're really funny to each other. He's like, you bitch. They're very
slimy bitch.
Their way. You know what? I would listen to a podcast with the two of them.
Me too.
That would be a good show.
That would be a great show. Tosh would be a snooze.
They would be has anybody from Below Deck done their own podcast?
Yeah, Kate.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
For a while, I think they stopped doing it. But there's a couple Below Deck podcasts. Hannah has one.
Really?
Hannah from BDM. You never saw Hannah.
No. Yeah.
You want to see apathy about guests sometimes? Hannah. I loved her, but she wasn't the best chief stew. But I loved her attitude. She could wither a guest with one glance.
Oh, and that's how I love Kyle. I just think he just goes into. But Kyle and Talia, y'all don't listen to us, but do that podcast. We'll help you start it.
Yeah.
I will. Poodle won't.
No. What's your next one?
What I talked about Storm getting a tattoo. Talia wanted to start this fight with Storm, right?
Yes.
Like,
no, literally
nothing was wrong with Storm. He was just taking a pretty walk on the beach. He wasn't even being emo about it or anything.
This was her reinforcing. She shows, weirdly, I understand it. She shows attention by berating people.
Yeah.
And she's
all tough love for her.
Yeah.
She doesn't sit with someone and say, God, that must suck for you. She'll immediately jump to, why did you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
And she came off as shitty because he's just trying to have a moment. And I don't know what context they had just had either.
True.
And because he's been a little sullen the whole day.
Yeah.
And she was kind of over it. She said he's all his feelings, and she just wants to be the good time. She just wants to have a good time, and anything that seems feelings makes, because she's not really there, so she feels really uncomfortable.
Because we said this before about her, and I still stand by it. She is shallow.
She is.
Because she has the awareness and knows why she doesn't want to get committed.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have this curiosity of self to want to dig deep and figure that out or dig more. She just wants to stay in the shallow end.
Did you say when she said that? Did you see when she said, he's like, well, in a relationship. She's like, we're not in a relationship. He's like, okay, good.
But Storm said, no, I don't think we are.
Yeah.
So I think it's also a little bit, Storm is the type that when I saw this, I went, oh, wait. He gave her that watch, and he was joking about the tattoo. he doesn't think this is serious.
No.
But this is just Storm. I think Storm is really comfortable in his skin. And when he's in a relationship, he just tells you how he feels and doesn't expect
Natalya doesn't know what to do.
And so I actually think, in a way, it's too much for her.
I agree.
Kyle made me love him again, though, when he's standing in that ridiculous outfit with those Elton John glasses, just sucking on a straw like someone from Drag Race going, I don't know what's happening over there, but they just got to get this shit together. I laughed. And he is funny.
The next day, he shows up and everyone's a little hungover. He goes, listen, fucknut, where's my coffee?
yeah. Yes, like when he said, we could have had one-liners from Kyle when he was said the night before, I'm having a great time with this dinner, besides all the inquisitions and execute and da-da-da, and these terrible people around me. I love all of you. I'm going to say that to you next time we're on there. Listen, fucknut, where's my coffee?
And then Kyle says that, and then Natalya's like, and she's like, thank you for stealing my thunder like you always do.
Oh, I love them together. I kind of want to just see more of them.
They are, to me, the most entertaining thing about this season.
Yes, I would love to see them on another charter, but with a different chief stew.
100%.
Because I don't think either of them are ready to be a chief stew.
No. Both would go mad with power.
Yeah, and he would let everything go by and try to be everyone's friend, even worse.
Yeah, she would be a dictator.
Big time. Her staff would hate her.
Yep, agreed.
But that's what I want next season. I want those two in another chief stew.
They would fight about who's going to be third.
Oh, it'd be great.
Yeah, like they're already fighting about. What did you think? I just want to talk the last little bit. I don't have anything else except for Storm and Jason.
Storm treated this perfectly, and Jason just immediately made it emotional. But Jason said, when Storm said, "Hey, before I talk, he did a great thing. I want to hear from you and want to know where your head is at." And Jason just said, completely didn't talk about anything of where his head at. Just said, "I'm just trying to step on nobody's toes." He didn't actually say, "This is how I feel. This is where I feel dropped." Yeah. He didn't say anything of how he's feeling. And then Storm, not in a blaming way, he would say, okay. And when he said, sometimes, you can get snappy and you get in the mood and we don't know what to do with that. What do you need in that?
He's asking what he needs.
He's asking, and Jason's basically saying, he's like, it's baffling. It's baffling to me that you just feel like I'm not carrying my load.
And he says, I'm carrying everyone else's weight.
When Jason said that, I went, what fucking boat are you on, dude? You're delusional.
No, he's not he lives in his own reality.
I think he is a bit of I don't think he's like certifiable, but he's got some narcissism going on.
Yeah. He's a finance bro.
Boring.
And he even says, he's like, we may have to talk about it. He's like, replace me right now. And I think we only have 2 more charters.
Yeah, I think so.
After this. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Between this and Badoo with trying to replace people, y'all.
I know, but you're like, just shit or get off the boat. It's taking so long to get people off this sucker.
Yeah, but if we have another trying charter, if we have if one of the charters,
well, maybe Jason will quit this episode. Next episode,
maybe.
Can I just say
it is a TB continued.
This is totally speaking of shallow, but when Courtney went out, she talked about her dad. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, he has Alzheimer's. Now he doesn't. Now he's to the point where he's not walking and talking anymore.
I feel for her. We both do. That's horrible. Yeah. I just want to say, though, when she went out,
disease.
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
Her makeup.
No, she's wonderful.
But she does her makeup so well. She looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just love her. All right. I want a cupcake now from talking about Lalu.
I enjoy everyone in this cast except for Jason and Tosh.
But Tosh, I enjoy things about her.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't mind her not and she gives me good drama, at least on the ship.
Yeah. I don't think she's a bad person either.
No, I enjoy
Jason's
Tosh.
a terrible person.
But Jason doesn't give us anything.
Yeah. And Captain Sandy.
Oh, I love watching her. Y'all, that's the show. Go to y'all go on to Apple Podcast and go on to Spotify and leave us a review. We really appreciate. We do. Nothing makes poodle. We haven't said this in a long time. Nut poodle. What makes you happy? What was it again? What would I say?
What do you love?
Yeah, poodle. What do you love?
My parents' approval.
Well, that got dark. But
which I'll never get.
But also, what else do you love?
A review.
A review, y'all. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate that. Or wherever you listen. It's coming commonplace more and more to leave reviews, so we appreciate that. Also, go to our TikTok and our Instagram, because we're trying to do our social media a lot more.
We got memes and all kinds of shit for y'all. I learned how to make memes.
And you know what? This bitch taught me how to make a meme.
I did.
Yeah, I was impressed.
I told you.
You did.
I told you where you could find insights.
You did. I was impressed. All right. And then you got your Instagram hacked again.
What's wrong with my toe?
Oh, God. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a good week. But until then, we will live. What?
That's this is Below Deck. Show. Y'all should just see me how I just looked at him. Like I was about to murder him. But until then, we're keeping it in. We're keeping it in the show.
You know why? Is we talked about cupcakes, and I'm craving a cupcake now.
Y'all, we will see you later. But until next time, anchors again.